Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss some new articles and social media rumors that are reinforcing something I've been discussing for quite some time. And that is whether or not Jenna Ortega will be returning for Scream 7. Well, we've got a little bit of an update on her schedule and projects that she's working on. So I'm going to bring this information to you so you can be in the know of the latest updates and information regarding Jenna Ortega. So stay tuned as we dive into her upcoming projects, and we will see for ourselves just how busy her filming schedule actually is or is not. Let's go!
It's David Arquette, Dewey from the Scream movies, as you know. Remember, there's only one rule to surviving a horror movie, and that's subscribing to Craving Something Scary.
So if you do even a casual search on Google for Jenna Ortega, you're going to find articles from sites like AnimatedTimes.com, Giant Freaking Robot. They've recently published articles about Jenna Ortega that I'll be touching on a little bit here in this video, but you can read their full articles on their respective websites. However, I've done my own research and will present that to you as well, and that's where I think it gets very compelling. So let's get started. Now, the question to be answered really boils down to this. Does Jenna Ortega's upcoming film projects make her schedule too busy to return for Scream 7? And the rumor mill is heating up when we see headlines like this, for example. Jenna Ortega is now too famous for Scream, unlikely to return. And then another, horror fans devastated after Scream 7 Jenna Ortega update. And we're seeing rumors even on social media. Like here's one from My Time to Shine Hello. And we see this tweet here that says it's unlikely Jenna Ortega will return for Scream 7. They want to start filming as soon as possible after the strikes are over. But Ortega is a star now thanks to Wednesday and is super busy. Scream is just not a priority for her. I mean, I don't know. That sounds... Some of the stuff I can kind of understand, but Scream not being a priority, I think that's kind of silly because these are movies that are making $150, $160 million in the box office. So, yeah, I don't know about that. But anyway, I've showed that just to illustrate. There's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of stuff cranking up out there about Jenna Ortega. So much so that I decided to go investigate it myself to see exactly how Jenna's schedule looks. And so I dived into my IMDb Pro account and I went to Jenna Ortega's page. And here's what I found out for Jenna in regards to her schedule for movies she's involved in. So here we go. These are the movies that she is currently involved with. We've got Death of a Unicorn, Miller's Girl, Untitled Tim Burton documentary, Untitled The Weekend and Trey Edwards Schultz project, Winter, Spring, Summer, or Fall, and Beetlejuice 2. Now, you'll notice everything in the middle on the status is post-production. That means she's done. Her part is over with, so those aren't even in the equation. So the two we need to focus on, I've circled here in yellow. And it is Death of a Unicorn, which status is filming, and Beetlejuice 2 status is filming. So let's look at Death of a Unicorn first. Now I want you to notice at the bottom left, the studio making this movie is A24. I know you guys know who that is. They've done the movies like, Hereditary, Midsommar, all those. So A24 is making this film. Now, why does that matter? Because A24 is actually exempt from the strike that's happening now. So A24 has been given permission to continue making their movies. They're filming, they're just doing like business as normal while everyone else is shut down. So that means that right now, with this film, Jenna can work. She can work on it. So she'll get her parts done. This movie will get done, I imagine, on schedule or close to it. And it really won't have any impact at all. It should not have any impact at all on Scream 7 because it should be wrapped up probably before the strike is even over. So really, I don't think that's something to be concerned about. So let's move on to the second film that's showing status is filming. And of course, it's Beetlejuice 2. Now let's look at the current production notes here on IMDb regarding the film. We see pre-production here, April 20th, and filming began May the 12th. So they got started with principal photography on May the 12th. Well, what happened on July 14th? Of course, it was the strike. It began and all of the production was shut down. Everything stopped where they were in the process. So Beetlejuice now, it will not resume filming until the strikes are over, and then they pick up where they left off. Now this poses, in my opinion, a big problem for Scream 7 because they will likely be wanting to start filming at the same time that Jenna is finishing Beetlejuice. Now we don't know the exact dates of all of this because it depends on when the strike ends. So I can't speculate as to the dates, but it's very plausible to think that there could be a clash of schedules between Scream 7 and Beetlejuice because the Beetlejuice team is going to want to finish what they started. They're going to get there. They're already at some point. Tim Burton's got them to some point. They stopped, and they're going to want to get done. And so they're just waiting now, I'm sure, chomping at the bit for this strike to end so they can resume their filming. All right, so I think that this one could be a problem for us in terms of, scheduling conflict. All right, so that covers her movie projects that are in motion right now. However, there's another massive project that she signed on for, and that, of course, it's her role of Wednesday on the Netflix original series. Now, when I was researching Wednesday for season 2, here's what I found out here on fansided.com in their Netflix Life section. Here's what they're saying. They're saying that production on Wednesday season 2 is rumored to start sometime in the fall of 2023. So there's no way it would be ready to come out the first part of 2024. So it was part of the article. In other words, the filmmaking process won't be finished in time to make a fall 2023 release. And with the WGA SAG-AFTRA strikes going on, production will be affected if a deal isn't reached by the fall. This means the cameras might not start rolling until sometime in 2024 instead of the fall of 2023. So here we go. I mean, yet again, major project. They were this was something that was scheduled to get started, to get out at the end of the year. And guess what? Nothing. Everything. They got to film this thing. So what does that mean? Well, it means that this is another potential wrench into Jenna's availability for 7. I mean, just like Beetlejuice now, we don't know their target filming dates, but Q1 seems very likely. And if so, she'll have Beetlejuice and Wednesday who she's already contracted to do, fighting for her time. And then you have Scream 7 calling up her representation to do the exact same time. And so I can see her being in this very tough position. But it's not really that tough because she's already contracted. She's already going with Beetlejuice and Wednesday. That's a done deal. So she has to honor her contract. Scream, she's not under contract yet. She's not been recast. So that's the one that's going to, if one of those three is going to take a hit, it's going to be Scream 7 because she's not contracted yet. So, kind of in closing here, we know that Scream 7's target filming time is the first quarter of next year. I've talked about it here before, both on videos and live streams. We've got the Production Weekly publication showing Scream 7 filming Q1, wrapped by April 19th. So it's all there in that same general time frame that it could cause a problem. So here's what I'll say to this, kind of in closing again. Considering everything we've talked about, everything I've showed you, here's where I cash out. I have to say that I do believe we are at serious risk of not having Jenna Ortega in Scream 7. I think it's significant risk. Now, one thing I've mentioned on some live streams in the past is that if they're not able to get Jenna for the full filming schedule of Scream 7, I propose the producers find a spot in her schedule where she's off for a day or two or maybe 3 days maximum, and they bring her in to film her as the opening kill of Scream 7. And if you kill Tara in the very first opening 15 minutes of this movie, you are now putting Sam in a place where she will be filled with vengeance, wanting revenge for her sister's death, and dealing with the whole idea that she wasn't there to save her or protect her. And from what we've seen from Sam in 5 and 6, especially 6, she is so protective of Tara. And the fact that Tara would be killed without her helping and being there, it will absolutely drive her mad. And I think that could make for an amazing film, an interesting arc for Sam's character to see this play out. And I would be sorry if you're the person that kills Tara, because when Sam finally finds you at the third act, we've seen what she did to Bailey and Richie, and man, she is savage when she puts that costume on, or when she just unleashes her inner Billy Loomis, Daddy Loomis. I'm telling you, it would be awesome to see. All right, guys, so there it is. I'm going to leave it there for now. But I want to know, what do you think about the possibility of Jenna Ortega not returning for Scream 7? Do you want to see her come in as the opening kill if they can do it? Or would you rather them just say something about her off screen, like she's out of town, she's, whatever, or she died off screen, or she's in another country on an exchange student kind of thing, whatever, studying abroad? There's ways you could do it, but you could also have her killed as the opening kill. And wouldn't it be interesting? Tara was attacked in Scream 5 and survived. And then in Scream 7, she's attacked, but Ghostface wins this time. It'd be the first time in franchise history that we've had the same person in an opening twice. That would be interesting. It would be new and different. And I think it could set this movie in motion for us to see some wicked kills from Sam later on down the road in the film. So anyway, guys, but tell me what you think. Start leaving your ideas, your theories about this in the comments section below right now. And I will be love to read those and talk to you about what your ideas are. So that's all for this update, though. Okay, I'm going to be back soon with more Scream and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.